There we go. Are you coming to say hi, Toby? Oh, sneezes. Hi. So, there we go. That's better. Hi. So I asked on Instagram for you to send in questions about beauty and makeup for my answer. So I am just going to get started. First question was, what is your favourite foundation of all time? My favourite, I don't have one favourite. I have quite a few favourites, but there's like two that is like my favourite favourites and I can't pick one over the other. So it's Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation and NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. They're my favourite. They're so nice on, they photograph well, they last long. I just love them. They're just my favourite. So yeah, I have to pick two. Sorry. Is a brush or a sponge better for applying foundation? I think it depends on the person. Everybody prefers to apply it different ways. I feel like you get more full coverage with a brush, but I feel like the finished result is more flawless with a beauty blender. One of my favourite things is to use a brush to apply it and then go over it with a beauty blender. I think that's my favourite way to do it. If I'm going for something that's a wee bit more natural, I'll use just the beauty blender, but I think there's no right or wrong really with it. It's just kind of personal preference, but I think a brush and then finishing with the beauty blender is the best. What's in your makeup bag? We would be here all day if I was to say that. My makeup bag is like a kit. So yeah, I can maybe like create a makeup bag of it if I had to and show you, but yeah, I've got far too many products. Best mascara, Benefits, they're real. Favourite beauty brand? I use so many different beauty brands, but I suppose the beauty brand that I use the most products from would be NARS. How do I stop my concealer from creasing? So I think with concealer you need to watch obviously what kind of concealer you're using. Some concealers may crease more than others. There's a tip that you can do with putting the concealer in the back of your hand and you can see how quickly it goes into the creases in your hand. Now it's always going to go into the creases, like you're never going to get it not, but you'll see how fast some of them go. I quite like a nice lightweight concealer that's not too heavy for older eyes that are more likely to crease. I think if you go for a more lightweight concealer, so the NARS creamy concealer, is it creamy concealer? The NARS one anyway. No, the NARS Radiant Creamy. Oh my god. NARS and Bobbi Brown do really good concealers that I love. But I think the biggest trick is setting your under eye. So I think one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people do is they'll put their concealer on and then they'll do other things and you're moving your eyes about and you start to get those wee lines and the product's getting pushed into them. Whereas I like to kind of set basically immediately, and before you go to set, if you pat over it nice and lightly with your damp beauty blender, I'll just smooth out the surface. It'll just smooth out the surface and then go in with your powder to set, because if you set it with those creases there, then they're just going to stay there. You're setting those creases in place. So I think that's one of the biggest. Try using brown shadows. I feel like a lot of people with blue eyes will go for more grey tones and more cool tones, and I'm like, try a warm tone, try a brown. They think that they can't use brown, but actually brown will enhance your blue, the colour of your eyes, because it's like contrast. So actually it's a colour that you should favour. How do I draw my lips without looking like a clown? There's different things you can do. So you can contour your lips. I think that the biggest thing that people make the mistake of is overdrawn at the corners. I feel like at the corners you kind of need to stay kind of true and then just slightly start to draw over. I think as well, if you use too dark a lip colour, if you use too dark a lip liner and too light a lipstick or a lip gloss, you can see the difference. I feel like you have to like ombre it in, if that makes sense. I feel like you have to not just do a line. I feel like you have to blend ombre it in. It makes it more natural. And with gloss, I feel like you have to keep it away from that Cupid's bow, because because you put the shine there, you can see where your Cupid's bow raises out, and it's just a dead giveaway. But yeah, hopefully I explained that well. Favourite lip products? MAC. I love MAC lip products. Favourite brow products? Ooh. I love the NYX brow pencils. I think they're amazing. Favourite setting powders? See, I don't feel like I have a favourite. I feel like I'm trying to find a favourite powder. Now I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish, I think it is. I quite like that. And I just recently got the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Under Eye powder, and I'm really liking that. But I've only been using them a short time, but so far they're kind of like a favourite. How do I do a wing liner? I'll do a tutorial on that because I feel like it's kind of hard to explain without doing it. How do you get your hair long and thick for being blonde? And how do you avoid brassiness? I can maybe do a separate video on this because I feel like I've tried a lot of products over the time. It was a good number of years ago anyway. I damaged my hair badly and I had to get it chopped into a short bob. I had to get it dyed brown. Loads of it snapped off. My hair did not look thick at all. I just had wrecked it from bleaching too much and using too much styling products on it. So I tried like loads of stuff, but I feel like the best things to avoid using heat as much as you can. So I only wash my hair twice a week, and I'll blow dry. Now I've got a Dyson. I'm just keeping going. Now I've got a Dyson hairdryer, which I think is amazing, and it definitely makes a difference on the heat that's getting applied to your hair. The Dyson hairdryer definitely makes a big difference. But before that, what I'd done was I would not dry my hair all the time, so I would just let it air dry. I'd put it into plaits at night. I would do a lot of heatless styling with like plaits or twist braids, different kind of things like that. I tried, and I'd done that for quite a while, which was really good for my hair, and I still will do that. So I don't always straighten my hair. If I do straighten my hair after drying it, that was the only time I straighten it. I won't go near it. I won't go near my hair again. Always use a heat protectant as well if you are using heat. And I only dye my hair twice a year, so I feel like cutting down the amount of times you dye your hair is a big thing. You don't necessarily need to do like twice a year like me, but I feel like that does make a difference. Also, getting a hairdresser that you can trust, that is really good at doing blonde hair and keeping your hair healthy. Like my hairdresser, I've been going to her for years, and it's from being going to her that my hair has gotten healthier. So I think that's a big important part as well. and just limiting the amount of heat that you use in your hair, definitely, especially if you're blonde, because you're damaging your hair, so it's more likely to snap. I also like doing hair oils in my hair, so I love coconut oil, it's really good for a hair mask, and I love the ordinary oils, the ones for your face, but you can also use them in your hair as well. So I love putting oil on my skin at night time to hydrate, and then I like putting it in my hair for a wee mask, so as it starts to go a kind of brassy tone, I will use Finola. So it's like a purple shampoo, but you get it online and the bottle is literally like this size, and I've had, no joke, my bottle for over a year and I still got product in it. Because you don't need to use it every time because it is really strong. So you only need to use it like every week, once a week, or every 2 weeks. I mean, I suppose it depends on how much you're washing your hair, because I don't wash my hair that much. It lasts me ages. How do I even my skin tone? So I don't know if that's if you've got like redness or if it's because it's dull. If it's to do with redness in your skin, use a colour corrector. So you want one that's the green shade, because green cancels out red. So this is also very good for putting over like your spots as well if they're red in colour. I love the Dr. Jart Tiger Grass one. He also does treatments that are for overnight. So the one that I use, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one that you put on top of your moisturiser in the areas that you need to. So it's really good for prepping your skin for makeup. But he has ones that are like nighttime treatments, which are helpful for trying to actually help even out the skin tone. So I would definitely look at him because his products are amazing. And if it's for brightness, if you feel like your skin's dull, things like vitamin C is really good. Exfoliating your skin is really good. So dermaplaning is a great one. What else? There's lots of things. There's lots of like glycolic acid is brilliant. The Pixie Glow Tonic is. What else? There's loads. I literally feel like I could sit down for like an hour talking about skincare. If you could only have one makeup product, what would it be? Concealer. Advice to brides for perfect makeup. Look after your skin. I always say to my brides when they come for a trial to start like looking after their skin, because the better your skin is, the better your makeup application is. So things like drinking plenty of water. Water is such a big thing. So plenty of water and doing a good skincare routine. It doesn't have to be like crazy, but as long as you're following like the basics, cleansing, toning and moisturising. Make sure you're having products as well that's for your skin type. Also make sure you're removing your makeup at night. It's really important that you double cleanse and get everything out. I would say do exfoliations, but there's so many different things for exfoliating. But one of my favourite things, one of the things, but I definitely recommend my brides do, is go and get dermaplaning done, especially before their big day. It removes all your dead skin cells and all the vellus hair, so it's all the fluffy peach fuzz. It makes such a big difference to your makeup application. So yeah, definitely look after your skin. If you don't fancy dermaplaning, definitely look into getting facials done, getting your blackheads removed, things like that. Oh, that was my stomach. Definitely getting things like that makes a massive difference. So yeah. What is the best way to prep my skin before makeup? Ooh. A lot of people like primers. I'm not a huge on primers, but I think it just comes down to personal preference. I think just you know, moisturising your skin well, and doing any colour correction if need be. That's my favourite way to get the skin ready for makeup, but again it depends. If you're maybe an oilier skin, you might want to moisturise first and then go in with a little bit of a primer just to so that your makeup will stay in place at the areas that you get oily. Top 5 must-haves in your makeup bag. Foundation, concealer, bronzer, setting powder, mascara. Oh, I want brows. Can I have 6? What's your favourite skincare product? Ooh, at the moment my favourite skincare product is the Pixie Glow Mist. I love it. It just makes your skin look really healthy. It's got loads of different oils in it. You can also use it to prep your skin for makeup application, and you can use it to set your makeup. So yeah, I love that. Gel, liquid or pencil eyeliner. I like them all, I'll use them all, but my favourites is liquid for doing a wing and pencil for your waterline. Brow pomade or brow pencil? Brow pencil. Fluffy brow or defined? I like both. What do you see is most people's mistakes when doing makeup? Forgetting their ears and their neck. Is it important to set my brows? It depends if you've got unruly brows. If you do, then yes. Would you recommend brow lamination? Yes, definitely. Brow lamination is amazing. I think a lot of people think that if you get brow lamination it's going to be like crazy brushed up eyebrows, and yeah, you can get that if that's what you want, but you can also get very natural and anything in between. Brow lamination can also be used for if you sleep on one side. What you can find is the brow hairs will start to like sit unruly. Brow lamination can pop them back into the place that they should be so that they match the other side. Favourite makeup brushes? Crown and Zoeva. So that's me answered all the questions. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye! Don't laugh at me. Okay. What are you doing? YouTube.